If you watch some Flat Earth channel, it's like the last fight for Flat Earth is now in December. It's like they have to fight to get people to believe that the final experiment is a scam. So let's look at one example of this. Today we will have a look at flatearthbanjo's desperate attempt to miscredit the final experiment.
And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing fine today. Just a quick video about this whole final experiment thing. So Duffy's Pinocchio's nose keeps growing and growing longer day by day. I have told you guys from the beginning that this was gonna be a mockumentary.
So, will Banjo present any evidence for this statement? What do you think?
Style, just like Behind the Curve. Even though Duffy said that that was not the case, I knew from the beginning.
And how did Banjo know that?
We can see by his words at the beginning of this video that he was always on to destroy Flat Earth.
In reality, it's flat earthers like Banjo that destroys Flat Earth.
He was never a friend of Flat Earth or Flat Earthers.
What is Banjo talking about? He have never claimed to be a flat earther or not friend with Flat Earth or Flat Earthers. What kind of nonsense is this?
The people who are going with him are actually, they're all in on it, no doubt about it.
Yes, they are in on it. All of them, the 4 Flat Earthers and the Globers, want to see if there are a 24-hour sun on Antarctica. But according to Banjo's logic, if you want to observe it by yourself, you're not a flat earther. This is so stupid.
I want to shout out to Flat Earth Deplorable, TikTok, for sending me this video. So Duffy came out this week and he uploaded a video talking about some sort of coincidence, a sequence of coincidences. He's now taking a filmmaker, professional Hollywood filmmaker, along. And as I told you guys from the beginning, this was meant to be a documentary or a mockumentary.
Beside that filmmaker that also is a flat earther, you have 3 other flat earthers that will have cameras and so with them. But Banjo will call them paid shills and not real flat earthers. So even if we sent 200 flat earthers, Banjo wouldn't believe it.
No one who came out like him in 2023 saying he would put Flat Earth back to bed for good had any good intentions, had any wishes to learn about Flat Earth. He came out full swing to destroy it. So take a listen to what he says right here.
Well, Mark got back to me and said that his friend, Jonathan Morandi, had expressed interest in going with us already. But that's not the most interesting part. Then he told me that Jonathan is a Hollywood filmmaker. Then he told me that if Jonathan went with us, he would film a documentary of our trip. Lastly, he told me that Jonathan Morandi is a flat earther. Everyone has been asking me if a documentary would be created from TFE. Jonathan is a Hollywood filmmaker, not just a content creator with a camera. Most people are aware with what happened with Behind the Curve.
Yes, Duffy, we are aware of that mockumentary called Behind the Curve and the actors who participated, the fake flat earthers, exposed since 2016.
And in typical Flat Earth manner, Banjo cherry-picked from Will Duffy's video. Let's listen a bit more on what Will did say about this and that Banjo didn't want his audience to hear.
Most people are aware with what happened with Behind the Curve and how the filmmakers acted like they were going to make a fair representation of the Flat Earth side. And according to the Flat Earthers involved, They ended up taking things out of context and wouldn't even share the unedited video after the fact, even though Jaron asked them for it. So that problem is solved with Jonathan.
And that part didn't Banjo want his audience to hear. Let's continue.
Saying this filmmaker is a flat earther means nothing. Anyone would say he or she is a flat earther just to get a free trip to Antarctica.
Banjo is desperate to miscredit everyone going on this trip. Why will he do that? I will come back to that later on in this video.
So guys, we live on a polar coordinate system. There's only one North Pole. There's no South Pole. As Roddy Cooper said it here, there can be no midnight sun in Antarctica simply because Antarctic Pole does not exist. So there's no South Pole. So there's no way the sun can be going the opposite way in Antarctica because there's no South Pole. We live in a polar coordinate system centered at the North Pole, the magnetic North Pole. That's how we navigate this flat Earth. There's no South Pole.
That's nonsense. It's easy to observe the magnetic South Pole. It's not even on the continent of Antarctica. It's out at sea.
So never before any of these 24-hour suns have been documented in Antarctica.
And of course, that one more typical flat Earth lie from Banjo. There are many videos showing the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but flat earthers like Banjo always claim that they are fake CGI, filmed on another location and so on, but they have no evidence for their statements. And majority of flat earthers was too afraid to join the trip to Antarctica. They are scared.
And what they have done, probably they have already filmed either in the Arctic or they're just using some stock images from the Arctic 24-hour sun, and they're gonna be inserting this on their documentary, telling it's the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
So then it will be filmed 5 months ago. But what will Banjo do if they live broadcast from Antarctica?
In other tactics, just as Duffy said from the beginning, his own need to destroy Flat Earth. He was never interested in learning anything or being friends with Flat Earthers.
Learning from flat earthers, all I learned from flat earthers like Banjo is that he is a confused liar that live in a fantasy world.
I came up with a conceptual trailer. This is for the entertainment purpose only. It's a conceptual trailer for Behind the Curve 2, the Antarctic chapter. So I'll leave you guys with it. Take care, guys, and it is what it is. Flat Earth is truth, but those liars, they want to keep us in the Matrix. See you next time, guys.
So let's see Banjo's so-called concept trailer for Behind the Curve 2, starring, yes, his favorite flat earther.
He was the star in the first flat Earth mockumentary on Netflix called Behind the Curve.
Is he talking about Mark Sargent?
Able to find the curvature of the Earth in just 400 yards.
And what's the problem with that?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I don't believe in Christianity. Jesus Christ can suck my...
And there we mix up the Bible and flat Earth.
My wife has some ideas. She thinks that I should summon Satan. She thinks that people can work with the devil. She said what you need to do is you need to talk to Satan.
And once again, it's the Bible. The mighty science book, the Bible.
Now he's back. Coming in 2025, the sequence mockumentary Behind the Curve 2.
Oh, dear.
The 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Yes, the 24-hour sun that destroys flat Earth.
never before seen in over 140 years of Antarctica exploration.
And that's a lie. It have been seen every year.
But for the first time since heliocentrism was introduced 500 years ago, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica will be filmed by former CBS assistant manager and now YouTube vlogger Duran Campanella.
And 3 other flat earthers and some globers.
Who needs scholars, explorers, scientists, academics? When former CBS assistant manager and now YouTuber can go to Antarctica and film the never-before-seen 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Sponsored by anti-flat earther disguised as Pastor Will Duffy.
And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
Behind the Curve 2, the Antarctic chapter. Coming in 2025.
So why is Banjo so desperate to miscredit the final experiment? A main reason is this map, the Gleason's map. Banjo's arguments is always based on the Bible and on this map. So he's so fixated with this map, so his world would be ruined if it's proven wrong. Together with the Russian, he have made his own refined version of the map. They have marked out famous places on the map, and they have even marked them on the wrong locations. For instance, a mountain on Greenland they placed in the northern part of Finland. He have a web shop where he sells products with the Gleason's map, his refined version. He sells posters and other things with this not a working map. So, is Banjo defending flat earth, or is he defending his income? If Banjo or some other defender of this silly map is watching my video, I have a simple question. We can agree that it's 24-hour sun at the North Pole in the summertime, but in springtime, when the sun is about the equator, why do the sun go down at the North Pole? The distance is the same all around to the equator. Please explain that to me. Okay, that was all I had for you today. I will be back soon. Hope you liked the video. See you soon. Bye.